Hi everyone, how are you? I'm good and welcome to my channel, Nini Storytime. Today we're going to read Tom Sawyer. It was a sunny summer Saturday morning and all was right with the world. The town of St. Petersburg basked in the warmth of the sun. Birds twittered and sang, filling the air with music. The cries and laughter of the town's children, busy playing games of ball and tag and leapfrog, echoed among the shady trees and red brick homes. Yes, all was right with the world on this summer morning. For everyone but Tom Sawyer, that is. Poor Tom Sawyer watched his friends frolic and shout and run. He watched the mighty steamboats chug up and down the muddy river. But that is all he could do, watch, for Tom had a fence to paint. Buffalo girls, won't you come tonight? Won't you come tonight? Won't you come tonight? As he stood painting the fence, Tom heard a voice singing a funny old song. The voice was getting closer and closer when Tom recognized who it was. It was his good friend Jim. Why, Jim, Tom said, an idea in his head. I bet you'd like to paint this fence, huh? Oh, Tom, said Jim, I don't believe I can do that. Your Aunt Polly told me that you would try to get me to do your work for you. Well, said Tom, this is hardly work at all. It's fun. I'll just sit and read the comic book of yours while you paint the fence. Jim just shook his head and said, no. Tom shrugged and said, I'll show you my sore toe. Now, a sore toe isn't something one sees very often, especially a toe so sore that it must be wrapped in a bandage. So Jim agreed to help paint the fence for a quick peek, just one small peek at Tom's sore toe. This sure is a funny comic book, Tom laughed. He watched Jim paint away. I know, said Jim. I've read it 3 times myself. Tom had just continued reading when Jim had just restarted his painting when a voice called out from the house. Tom Sawyer, the voice said, I thought I told you to paint that fence by yourself. It was Aunt Polly. As Aunt Polly came roaring out the front door, Jim quickly scooted down the street, his comic book in his hands. Not so quickly. Tom picked up his paintbrush and bucket and got back to work. Tom began to think of all the fun he would be having if it wasn't for Aunt Polly and her lousy fence. He could be off with his pals on some wild adventure or watching the steamboats chug past. Just as Tom thought of the majestic steamboats that cruised the mighty Mississippi, he heard a steamboat, and it sounded like it was awfully close. Ding dong, toot toot. Tom dropped his paintbrush and whirled around to find his friend, Ben Rogers, pretending to be the Big Missouri, the largest, grandest steamboat there was. Over to starboat, Ben yelled, turning his imaginary boat's wheel. Men, we're taking on water. Stop her, sir. Ting-a-ling, toot toot. Tom tried to ignore all the fun Ben was having. He tried to pay attention to his painting. It was hard to do. Chug chug, toot toot. Hi there, Tom, Ben said. Tom pretended that his friend wasn't there. You have work to do today, huh? Said Ben, polishing a crisp red apple. That's too bad. I'm going swimming. I bet you'd rather work, though. Work? Tom asked, a plan hatching in its mind. Why, this isn't work. This painting is loads of fun. Looks like work to me. Well, maybe it is, said Tom, but I sure like it. I bet I'd like it too, said Ben. It's not like every day that you get to paint a fence, is it? Can I just paint a little bit? Well, I don't think I can let you, Tom said. You see, my Aunt Polly is awful set on how she wants her fence painted. You might mess it all up. But by now, Ben Rogers wanted to paint the old fence more than anything in the whole world. I'll give you my apple core, Ben said. Give me the whole thing, Tom replied. So Ben handed his apple to Tom, and Tom pretended to be sad as he handed the paintbrush to Ben. But deep inside, Tom was happy to get out of work. Before he knew it, Tom was surrounded by all of the other children of St. Petersburg. They had seen how much Ben wanted to paint. Now they wanted to paint too. Tom sat there, munching on his apple and planning how he would trick the rest of the children. Once Ben Rogers was tired of painting, Tom let Billy Fisher paint. Once Billy had handed over his new kite, and once Billy was tired out, Tom traded Johnny Miller the chance to paint for a rat and a piece of string. By the end of the morning, the happiest boy in St. Petersburg was Tom Sawyer. At his feet, he had a pile of treasure: a jaw harp, a bright piece of blue glass, a toy cannon, a key that had no lock, a piece of yellow chalk, a bottle cap, a toy soldier, 2 tadpoles, a kitten, a brilliant brass doorknob, a dog collar without a dog, and an orange peel without an orange inside. Yes, sir. That morning, Tom Sawyer was the happiest boy in St. Petersburg, sitting there in the shade while his friends painted Aunt Polly's fence. The end. Do let me know if you liked this story, and please do like, share, and subscribe my channel. And don't forget to click the bell button and leave your comments down below. Bye!